Well, Beats, looks like I'm off.
Finland!
Okay, I should probably give context to why I'm going to Finland. So last week, I got flown out to Finland by 505 Games to check out their upcoming game they're publishing called Control. I'll be able to check out the game, do a studio tour, and, drumroll please. Okay, it looks like we can't afford a drum. I was gonna say indoor skydiving. Since the main character of Control has the ability of levitation, this was kind of fitting. So yeah, today's video is sponsored by 505 Games. But let's back up real quick, because I kind of want to explain to you guys how sponsorships actually work. Now, if you're like me and spend physically too much time on this website, you may have noticed a lot of people on YouTube having sponsorships in their videos. And here's a simple breakdown on how that usually happens. You make a video, think it's good for a few days, then you realize how bad your writing is, it does way better than you expect, and then you get emails. And it's always mobile games! And at least for me, that's all I was getting. None of those hip and trendy sponsors you always see going around on YouTube. Nothing cool, nothing exciting, nothing indoor skydiving and studio tour from a AAA game. Where do I sign up? This offer was if a light shined from the heavens. But the heavens were my business email, and the light was going to Finland. The reason this looks so cool to me was because it's a legit opportunity for me to hang out in a foreign country with my friend Bilal and make some memories. And I'd already seen a bunch of stuff about Control with E3 coverage and trailers and stuff, so I was already really eager to play it. I was just coming off my post-con sadness of seeing all of my friends at VidCon, and this seemed like a great way of getting my energy levels back up. And also fixing my sleep schedule.
Oh, Mads, it's time to wake up.
It's time to scram, boys. My favorite time to wake up.
There is also a toilet with baby changing facilities and a wheelchair area. Just ask a member of staff for details.
It's good meeting you. See you later, Mads. Oh, see you on the other side. Okay, come back, come back.
Oh yeah, baby, yeah, that's right. We're going to Finland. We're going to Finland, baby, yeah. Bilal had to go to Germany first for some reason, but we're in Finland now, baby. Woo! Now what was on the schedule for day one? Ooh, skydiving. Right after getting off the plane. And then after skydiving, we checked into the hotel and slept. Day 2! The itinerary for today was to wake up, obviously, get ready, and then head to the studio to take a tour. Oh! Yes!
What do you got?
And then we got to see some really cool stuff. First was to see their setup on how they turned faces into 3D models, which was basically just 50 DSLR cameras pointed at yourself. Definitely not intimidating. There apparently isn't an industry standard for converting faces like this into 3D models in video games. So they didn't only have to manually build the rig, but the entire software that uses it as well. They then had another rig for audio recording where they captured lip syncing for those 3D models. So it was like two systems coincided that worked together. You scan your face, and then you record your lip smacks. We then got a chance to check out their mocap studio. You know, so you can record animation for your character so they aren't running around the map T-posing. Apparently the cameras here is 54 billion pixels per second just to capture the markers. In some cases, they might use the mocap as a base animation, and from there make edits to it in post. Such as when the enemies spawn in Control, they have their legs dangling and they don't want to you can't float. Humans can't float, guys. I'm sorry. Then we got to see how they made sound effects, which was probably my favorite part of this tour. See, for me, I just use a pre-existing audio library like Epidemic Sounds, but these guys makes their entire sound effects from scratch, which sounds like insanity until you realize how much fun that must be. One of the coolest things I learned from this was that in order to get sound effects for bullets whistling past, they used a military grade slingshot and fired coins and stuff, since when you try and capture this from a regular sound of a gun, the gun's way too loud for you to capture the bullet going swoosh. Also, fun fact, they had an entire music studio in a briefcase. And And then we finally get to check out the game itself. And oh my god, this game's graphics are insane, but so is the gameplay. Hashtag gameplay matters. So for you guys who haven't seen anything about Control, it's a brand new IP, which means intellectual property. For those who don't know. Control is so different to any other game I've played, it's kinda hard to describe. It's a third-person shooter, but it's also a sandbox action game. Oh yeah, and did I forgot something. Oh yeah, you have supernatural abilities. One of your main attacks Jessie, the main protagonist, can do is pick up pieces of the environment and chuck at enemies using her mind. You know, kinda like Eleven from Stranger Things, but Eleven's not a video game character, so I'd lean more on comparing Jessie to someone like, I don't know, Shadow the Hedgehog. So what I'm basically saying is Control is like Shadow the Hedgehog, but actually really good. It's definitely not Shadow the Hedgehog. The game really gave off a Portal vibe to me, if I was going to compare it to anything I've played, but honestly, it entirely stands on its own with its premises and concepts. By far my favorite thing in this game is probably what happens when you melee punch someone. Now, I'm sure you're all aware already that I suck at video games, and that definitely didn't help with Control because this game is really challenging, especially like this one mini-boss you do early on, which took me like 10 attempts to beat him. Meanwhile, another creator there got to the same point as me and beat him in one go, so maybe I'm just really bad. And then after we played it, we said our goodbyes to everyone at the studio. Me and Bilal played Pokemon Go for like 2 hours straight. Pokemon. And then we left first thing in the morning. For someone like me who studied game design in school but never really did anything with it, it's insanely cool to get a first-hand look on what it's like making a video game for a living. Huge thanks to 505 Games for letting me check out Remedy Games' studio and playing Control early. Control's coming out this month on the 27th of August. You'll be able to play it on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and on the Epic Store on PC. If you'd like to pre-order the game, click the top link in the description below. Also, just a fun fact to let you all know, as soon as I got back home, my sleep schedule messed up again. I woke up at 2 p.m.